Conclusion inevitable.
It was a jump to conclusions, Matt.
My conclusion was that this idea was not a practical deterrent.
My only conclusion can be that it was a Sith Lord.
In conclusion.
Hello there, folks! Welcome back to In Conclusion, the only movie podcast that wants to take a big old bite out of Jon Favreau. I'm Dan O'Keefe, and joining me, as always, hungrier than ever, it's Anna Otto. How are you, Anna?
He was just looking... He was in a whole... I mean, I've seen him before, and I was like, okay, Jon Favreau. And I know that he's like a curvy man these days. Still a fan. I like Jon Favreau. I think he's so cute.
He is.
Anyway.
He is very cute. But anyway, how are you doing, Anna?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I forgot that's what you asked me. Fine, Dan. I'm great. Thank you so much for asking. I tricked Gage into taking me to my favorite Baja California, Mexico, California style food restaurant, Bel Air. It's not Mexican food. It's the idea. It's like somebody walked by
it's a
the
Wisconsinite's
restaurant.
idea of what Mexican food
Yeah,
is.
it's like a white person described a fever dream of what they think should go on a taco, but like it hits.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, how are you?
I'm good. I'm tired. You and I both moved apartments over the weekend.
We did. We're moving
So,
up in the world.
We are. So I'm tired from that. And I'm tired
Me
because
too.
I don't get enough sleep. But other than that, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm chill. Life
Dan.
is good. What?
I forgot to tell you one key thing about this apartment. I'm currently recording fully clothed under a blanket. You know I used to have to do it in my sports bra and booty shorts.
I did because it was so hot in there.
A bitch has air conditioning. I'm in the 21st century.
Central Air?
Yes, girl.
Hot dog.
We got a Google Nest up in this bitch.
Oh, wow. You're really in the 21st century.
I know. And we have a Ring doorbell and a dishwasher.
Do you have a smart dishwasher, too?
No, it's
Does your
stupid,
dishwasher have a
but
camera?
I wish. For filming the dishes.
Mm-hmm. See what goes on in there.
Yeah.
We had a window unit that was cemented into the wall at our old place. And here we have central air, and it's so much better.
Yes, two icons with their central air.
But yours is so much newer than mine. This building was built in the late 80s, and the air conditioning control thing on the wall is the same one from the late 80s. So
You know,
it has two settings.
Oh,
heat
no.
or cool.
Oh, so you don't get to control how hot
It
or
has a
cold it
temperature
is?
thing, but it doesn't
Okay.
read it. It keeps showing that it's like above 80 degrees in our apartment, and I'm like, that's not true.
Oh, God. No, this is only, let it be known, I mean, like, this is a 1930s, I think, probably built apartment house duplex situation.
Yeah.
Like, could turn the camera around and show you, but I have Fall Out Boy as my background instead. We have a brick fake fireplace that leads to nowhere
I love it.
with, like, built-in, it has ships on it. I don't understand.
Like, was it once a functional fireplace, and now it's
No.
not? It's just totally fake?
It's from when people used to put in... Here, I'll turn off my background. Feel free to cut this out if you want.
No, the people must hear this visual,
Okay.
this thing that you're showing me.
So it's gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's beautimous. It's just
what was
so...
that
oops.
word?
Beautimous? I
That's
accidentally
not a
turned my camera
word.
off. I'm struggling right now. I accidentally turned my camera off. I'm forgetting.
Yeah.
We're using Google
Beautim-
instead of Teams. What?
What? I'm still caught up on the beautimous thing. That's not a word.
It is a word, Dan. It's a fun word for fun people.
Oh, I'm sorry. I use real words for real people.
I'm allergic to that. Okay, let's see. Please ignore our second TV that's sitting on a table.
You have a built-in fake fireplace.
Yeah, so there's some candles in there right now, and I'm gonna make it prettier. It just kind of looks like that for now, but yeah.
Dear listener, let it be known that it doesn't ever look like it could have been a real fireplace. There is
No.
drywall behind it.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
It is
He told
built
us
out
this-
of the drywall.
yes. There's like brick, like not brick, tile on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But
Absurd.
I
Anyway,
don't get it.
Anyway, let's talk about the movie.
Yeah,
We're
let's
not
do it.
talking about it because I don't want to, but we have
What?
to. Okay, so what we're talking about today is Iron Man 2. Woo! Directed by hunky piece of meat Jon Favreau. Written by Jennifer Aniston's ex-husband, Justin Theroux.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was an actor.
He is star of The Leftovers, amongst other things, but he also wrote a bunch of things.
Honestly, good for him.
He co-wrote Zoolander 2.
Never saw her.
And other things as well. I think he was involved in the first Scooby-Doo movie. Justin
Interesting.
Theroux facts for you. Produced by Kevin Feige, starring Robert Downey Jr., Gwyneth Paltrow, Don Cheadle, Scarlett Johansson, Sam Rockwell, Mickey Rourke, The Word Boards, and Samuel L. Jackson.
Sorry, I was waiting for the word bored to be.
Boards. I want my boards.
Yes, Gage says that all the time. There's always an iconic one-liner in these Iron Man movies.
Music by John Debney, released on May 7th, 2010, with a budget of $200 million and made $623.9 million at the box office. And on Rotten Tomatoes, it has a shockingly high, to me, 72% approval rating. Critical consensus rating: this isn't quite the breath of fresh air that Iron Man was, but the sequel comes close with a solid performances and an action-packed plot. And I disagree.
Let's say, Mickey Rourke did not get.
I would not say it's a solid performance coming from Oscar nominee Mickey Rourke.
His accent.
I want my
Was it?
words.
My board.
He is doing the exact same accent that I did in my high school production of Woody Allen's Don't Drink the Water, where I play like a KGB agent.
I was already off board when you said Woody Allen, to
I'm
be
sorry,
honest.
you were off board?
Off board.
Why were you on board? My boards.
Off board?
Why were you on my boards?
Where am I bored?
From the Hollywood Reporter, Kirk Honeycutt said, "Everything fun and terrific about Iron Man, a mere 2 years ago, has vanished with its sequel. In its place, Iron Man 2 has substituted noise, confusion, multiple villains, irrelevant stunts, and misguided storylines." And when he says multiple villains, yes, he does mean Elon Musk.
Yeah. Oh, did I? Okay, I thought of this movie because today I was just perusing Facebook and I saw a scathing write-up about Elon Musk, and it was titled "Pasty Elon Musk Vacations in Mykonos." And
Oh, was it the shirtless picture of him?
Yes.
What an, not to body shame anyone, but what an oddly proportioned body he has.
Not to body shame him, but from one pasty person to another, I hope he put sunscreen on.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. I wouldn't wish a bad sunburn on anyone.
Oh God, Gage had a bad sunburn this summer, and I had to put a water and baking powder mix on his body because it's the only thing that would stop the itching. He had an
And
allergic
they
reaction.
say romance is dead.
I know.
So, what'd you think about Iron Man 2?
I'm sad because I kind of love this one.
You love it. Wow.
Because it's so bad, damn. Okay, it's not that I think it's bad. Let me rephrase. I just think, like, I remembered more about this movie than I did about the first movie.
Okay.
Because Gage and I started watching things in chronological order from, like, the year they take place, like I mentioned. Sorry, I had to yawn.
Oh, made you were already tired out, all tuckered
No.
out from
No.
talking about this?
Yes. No, but I think I like this one just because, like, I mean, Scarlett Johansson's in it, which is fun. And I love the romance. You know, there's some more romance between Pepper and Tony. I hate that they call him Anthony a lot during this one.
Yeah.
And like all the and I remember because this is the first one that oh my god, I know it's not Sterling K. Brown. My brain is just saying that.
What?
Who's
Don
the new
Cheadle?
roadie? Don Cheadle. I don't know why that's
You're the
the name
first
that popped in
person
my
to
head.
get them confused.
I didn't get them confused. I knew that was wrong. I knew it was wrong. My brain just kept saying, "Yeah, that's him," and I was like, "No, girl, that's not him.
That's
not
not him.
who that is." But Don Cheadle's really great in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I like his. Gage and I were discussing, like, we just think his roadie is a lot more refined.
Yeah, I think that Don Cheadle's a better actor than Terrence Howard.
Yeah, I mean, Terrence Howard soared on TV.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't think he's a great movie actor. I think he's better
He
suited
is
for
an
TV.
Academy Award winner.
Mm-hmm. And I stand by what I said.
I think that Don Cheadle as an actor works better in the MCU than Terrence Howard would. Just like how Mark Ruffalo works better in the MCU than Edward Norton would.
Yeah, I think it's because specifically referring to Don Cheadle and Mark Ruffalo, they have more of the nerdy vibe that I feel like a lot of the characters have. Whereas
I would say sophisticated is
like a refined nerd.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
They're the nerd who like succeeded.
Wow.
You know.
Wow. It's rare for that to happen.
No, okay. I mean, like they're like the two different kinds of nerds. There's the comic book nerds, and these are like the I do math problems for fun. Kind of
my
nerds.
brother,
Yeah.
the rocket scientist. Anyway, what was the first time you saw this?
2 years ago.
That's about right.
How about you? In the theaters?
The first time I saw this was May 7th, 2010.
Yeah, there it is.
It was a half day in junior high school.
Classic.
I was in 7th grade. And I had wanted to go see it at midnight. I was like, I want to go. I want to see it because I loved Iron Man 1 so much.
Okay.
So I was like, I got to see it. I couldn't see it at midnight, but my mom was like, look, it's a half day at school tomorrow. I will take you out of school early so we can see the first showing of it.
Your mom's a real one.
She is, seriously. At 10 a.m. at the AMC in the mall.
10 a.m.?
That was the first showing. So we go, we watch it. I was not as big of a fan of it as I was of the first one, but I think I liked it at the time. We were sitting through the credits, and my mom was like, do we have to stay for these? And I was like, yeah, there's something afterwards. And then the after credits scene happened, and she was like, that's what we stayed for? That was dumb. So
Well,
that was her reaction to it. And then I saw it in theaters 2 more times because I had friends who wanted to see it. And I was like, I'll go with you.
classic.
And each time I saw it, I liked it less.
Dan, now, this is not directly related to the movie, and I mentioned this last time we talked about Iron Man, but I feel it's pertinent to bring it up again. What are your opinions on people who idolize Iron Man?
I think they're weird.
Okay.
I think it's weird to idolize fictional characters anyway.
Wait, no.
I think it's weird to idolize most things.
Wait.
Wait. So
no.
I don't think that the Iron Man idolization is any weirder than any other superhero idolization, except for when cops idolize the Punisher, because that's just stupid.
They what?
Oh, what? Cops and the Punisher,
Like
police officers. Yeah, they all have those like Punisher stickers with like the thin blue.
Is
line
that
on
what
it.
that is?
Yeah.
The mouth thing?
Yeah.
I thought that was some energy drink.
It looks like it. No, it's really stupid. I mean, idolize away, I guess. I just think that's weird.
I guess I just was curious because my specific beef is with people who idolize Iron Man because it's usually fuckboys.
Oh,
Like
yeah, I
David
get that.
Dobrik?
Absolutely. The same people who idolize Iron Man idolize Elon Musk.
Like David Dobrik. Did I fucking stutter?
Yeah, so I don't think that this is a very good movie. It tries to do so much, but nothing happens. It's all there's no it's all it I want to say it's all style over substance, but there's not much style going on in it. It's just quips, just quip after quip after quip.
It feels like it takes a really long time to get to some meet with an actual like it takes a long time for us to meet.
Yeah,
Oh shoot, the villain. What's his name again? The
Hammer
the
or
whips.
Vanko?
Whiplash.
The one with the whips.
Ow.
What's his name?
I couldn't remember. I'm terrible with names. I already forgot. I already thought that Don Cheadle was. I'm having a rough night. Okay, first of all, we in these streets, brains fried.
It's fine. One thing that this movie did make me do that I still can't get over, I hated Gary Shandling's character so much. He's the senator.
Yeah.
Which made me hate Gary Shandling, even though he's like a great actor and like a great comedian.
I thought he was a little funny, even though his character is a total douche canoe.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that was it.
I was just thinking about how Don Cheadle's the real hero of this movie, even though Warhammer does make a few mistakes along the way.
The real hero is Kate Mara, who serves Tony with the subpoena.
You sound like Gage. She comes on screen and he's like salivating immediately.
She comes on screen and so does Gage.
Literally. God, when I watched that TV show, she was in The Teacher, about the teacher who like has a sex scandal.
Yeah, Anna watched that. I saw clips. I thought that was weird.
It was really weird, but Gage loves Kate Mara, so he forced himself to watch a couple scenes at least.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Want to get into the movie?
Yes.
So, it starts off, and we are in Soviet Russia. Probably. Or not Soviet Russia. It's actually just modern-day Russia.
There's a board.
There are boards. There are plenty of boards. Anton Vanko is dying. His son, Ivan Vanko, is living, and he wants to get revenge on Tony Stark.
He's living.
He's living. He's thriving. He's a Russian Jack Sparrow.
He looks so dirty in this movie. He needs a bath.
Yes.
Like, he's been spending too much time with his board and not enough time taking a shower.
So Mickey Rourke, this was right on the heels of his, career revitalization. Mm-hmm. So he was, in 2005, he was in Sin City.
Yes.
Which kind of like re-upped his career. Mm-hmm. And then he was in The Wrestler in 2008, which he was nominated for an Academy Award for. And that was like the peak. But then following that, he was in Iron Man 2 and The Expendables and The Legion and Take Back and The Commando and A Nightmare. I haven't heard of any of these movies.
To be honest, after The Expendables, I didn't know anything you were mentioning.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I didn't know them either. I'm just looking at them. He is in 7 movies that are currently in post-production.
Okay, King. Get that check.
One of which is directed by Roman Polanski.
Wait, I'm out. Never mind.
Oh, if you're taking Roman Polanski's money, get that check.
Well, I guess if you're taking his money,
Right?
Get that check. But I just don't want him to get money. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair. So, apparently Anton helped Tony Stark's dad, Howard, create the arc reactor. And then blah, 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 something. I don't care. He wants his revenge.
And his board.
Yeah. So, 6 months after the end of the first movie, Tony turned the Iron Man armor to bring about a peace treaty between the major superpowers. He says he has successfully privatized world peace while at his own World's Fair Stark Expo.
With the cheerleaders.
Mm-hmm. Going on in Flushing Meadows, Queens.
I'm doing a cheerleader dance. You can't see it.
Theirs are more than cheerleaders. They were like strippers. They weren't actually stripping, but they were kind of doing stripper dances.
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was giving professional football cheerleading team, except for the Packers, because the Packers have local college or local Christian university. St.
Local college girls in your area.
Literally.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm not up to date on cheerleading styles.
You know I am.
I obviously.
Obviously.
And I do not say that it looked like they were doing stripper dances. More power to strippers, if that's the case. Also, cheerleaders. It's so hard to be a cheerleader. It's so difficult. Are you kidding? I'm not being sarcastic. I know, and whenever I'm saying something serious, people are like, wow, that sounds really sarcastic. I'm being serious. It's very difficult. It's very taxing. I see the work that they do.
I was chuckling because I was picturing you being a cheerleader, Dan. But like one of the flyers.
Oh.
Just throwing Dan into the air, calling it a day.
I would have probably enjoyed being a cheerleader.
I think you would have been a good cheerleader. You've got the energy. You've got the look.
And the thighs.
Okay, well, not my place to comment on.
Show
your
me a
thighs.
male cheerleader with small thighs.
Oh, all male cheerleaders are dummy thick. Don't get me wrong.
Exactly.
I have looked.
And that's what I am. Dummy thick.
I would disagree, but
Okay,
yes,
well, the man at Indochino said, your thighs are so big.
No comment. That feels mean.
I was getting fitted for suit pants, and he was like, your thighs are so big compared to your tiny calves.
Did you tell him it's because your lower legs are glass?
He figured it out. He just started tapping at it with a little rock hammer, and I crumpled to the ground.
Poor Dan with his double broken ankles.
Oh.
Anyway, back to the movie, Dan. We gotta focus.
Anyway, Tony does a blood test.
Ugh, jump scare.
And his arc reactor is poisoning his body slowly with palladium. So, that's fun. And he's also drinking a lot now.
Plant juice, though, not alcohol, I thought.
Plant juice, and then later alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
But that's Tony. And then he gets served by Kate Mara, like we all wish we could.
Too bad she didn't hand him the papers while he was on stage.
That would have been great. My dad avoided going to New York State for a couple years so he wouldn't be served.
Why was he going to be served papers?
Well, they wanted to call him as a witness for like a civil trial in New York. Not a criminal trial. It was like some tax thing. So he was like, I'm just not going to New York.
You know, fun fact about court. Not related. I don't really know much about court. I've never, knock on wood, I've never been called for jury duty.
I got called. I had to postpone it.
COVID?
No, I'm going to be out of town.
Oh, fair.
Yeah. Tell me the facts about court. I'm interested.
That's it. I've never
Oh,
been
that you
on
just
jury.
haven't been called for jury duty?
Yeah, I mean, I have 2 lawyers in my family.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Go check your mailbox right now.
Oh, my God.
Look at that. You've been served. So, Tony has to go to a Senate hearing, and he is the center of attention. The government has classified the Iron Man suit as a weapon, while Tony says it's really just a prosthetic. He gets in a fight with the senator. Blah, blah, blah.
I mean, it is a weapon, right?
It is. It absolutely is a weapon.
Because Don Cheadle even says it's a weapon, but it ain't that serious.
Yeah, and they show off all the other countries trying to make their own version of the Iron Man suit, and then Tony does some magic little hacking and shows that they're all so far behind on their technology, so there's no threat.
Did the scene where Hammer Industries popped up on screen and they were trying to do it did that make you laugh or no?
It felt too silly.
Like the thing where the robot twists and snaps the guy and Mr. Hammer's like, he's fine. I chuckle at that. That makes me laugh.
You love seeing people get injured.
No, I just love stupid shit. No, I just love stupid stuff.
I do too. Just not here. I don't want it to be deadly serious or anything, but that felt so slapsticky.
I guess. I don't know. I guess we needed something to break up all the courtroom drama. This isn't the West Wing, you know?
Yeah. The West Wing is not a courtroom drama
I
at all.
said it, and then I knew that wasn't correct. Law and Order?
Law and
No,
Order.
because they got Christopher Maloney or Filoni.
Well, that's only in SVU.
He
That's
is
a different
fine too.
They don't show any courtroom stuff in SVU. That's just law.
True.
In regular Law and Order, they do. Good Law and Order.
But
What
me messed up.
At least the first 20 seasons. The new season I didn't like. I am elderly.
Yes.
So, back at home, Tony has Jarvis analyzing prototypes for the Iron Man suit. And then Pepper comes in and argues with him about this
Classic.
future and shit. And they're bickering, and then Tony's like, why don't you be CEO? And she's like, what? Me? And then she gets appointed CEO.
I think it's very progressive of Tony to appoint a woman, considering he's.
Well, that's if you consider
a
Gwyneth
sexist.
Paltrow still human.
I don't.
Exactly.
Remember that time I told you that sometimes I forget she's like technically a professional actress?
Right? I do too.
Gage was like, how dare you disrespect Will Schuster's best lover on Glee? And I was like, that is not true.
No. Will Schuster's best lover on Glee is his ex-wife.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's my hot take.
I think it's Kristen Chenoweth.
Okay. I mean, it really is Neil Patrick Harris.
Also true.
But they didn't want to go that route with the show. The next day, Tony is sparring with Happy, and I am as wet as Happy's shirt is.
Literally, this is the scene where I was like, Gage, fetch me my bucket of water.
He's built like an old-timey wrestler.
He's built like. I was mad at Gage. He goes, he's built like your dad. I was like, shut up. He's not. I just looked at pictures of Jon Favreau. And man's is serving from the day he hit the scene till now.
He is. I do like that you said that, like, you're Italian. Man's a serving.
He is serving. Oh, he's so fine.
Watch out, Mrs. Favreau.
Is he married? Let's find out.
I would assume he is. Yeah, he's been married for 22 years.
Somebody had to lock the Favreau down. You know what I'm saying?
The Favreau?
He's
married to a physician.
Oh, get that bread, girl.
Right? And their son appears later in the movie.
Oh, he's Little Spider-Man, right?
He is, yes.
Yes, I knew that.
But anyway, while undergoing fighting, he has to sign the company over to Pepper, and then the notary who brings the paper is Natalie Rushman.
Jaws hit the floor.
Played by Scarlett Johansson.
Gage, jaw on the floor again. She's gorgeous. Did you get a strange hankering to watch the movie Her while watching this?
No.
Oh, so that was just me.
Yes.
Okay.
I know she's the voice in Her.
Yeah.
No, I got a strange hankering to go outside and not watch this movie while watching
Touch some grass.
Yeah. So then Tony goes over to Monaco for some rest and relaxation. And at Monaco, he's like, I want to be in the Monaco Grand Prix. But only after Elon Musk is like, hello, I'm Elon Musk.
You mean pasty Elon Musk?
Yes. Hi, sorry to bother you. I just wanted to say, I love your work. Hi, are you Elon Musk? Just want to say, blah, blah, blah.
Elon.
Yeah. Elon Musk is canonically a character in the MCU because of this.
I'm allergic to that fact. No, thank you.
Tesla Motors CEO.
No.
So, Justin Hammer is also at this race. You know, just two warmongers hanging about.
He's so... I feel like if I was to describe him with two words, it would be salty and squeaky. He's the personification of a cheese curd.
Oh.
But not in a fun, delicious way.
Okay. I have the actual personification of a cheese curd behind me.
If you show me Curtis, it's hands on sight. If I show up to your wedding and you and Anna have Curtis at the wedding, I'm allergic.
Oh, you're
Get
allergic?
him out of my face.
Okay.
I'm breaking out in
in
hives. I'm not allergic to cheese curds, just to Curtis.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said that.
And his girlfriend, Goldie, or whatever her name is.
I think it's Curdless.
Curdless. Ew.
Curtis and Curdless.
Me.
Because he's
Me to
got
me.
curds and she doesn't.
Yes.
So, yeah, Tony enters the race himself. He's the driver now. And you know who joined a pit crew and then walks slowly on to the center of the racetrack and starts hitting the whip? The board man.
I was gonna say something back, but then you said the whip, hitting the
whip. Yeah.
and I just immediately prayed for this episode to be over.
Anna, we're still in the first act.
No, the entr'acte, if you will.
The what?
The entr'acte.
The entr'acte,
You know-
the contract, and the dontract? I don't know what the...
No, the entr'acte, like when you're doing a musical and they're playing music before the show starts. Like
That's
the
what that's
curtain's down,
called?
It's called an entr'acte, yeah.
Oh. I
You
thought it was
called
called...
yours-
I didn't even think it had a name.
Yeah, it's always called an entr'acte.
Oh, it's always called the entr'acte. Oh, my bad.
It's like ENTRE''ACT.
So the entree act?
No, no, I don't know how to explain it. Entr'acte.
Okay.
I'm saying it wrong.
Whatever. Venko, they fight and shit. Happy rolls on with a Rolls Royce and gets Tony. They're bickering, yelling. He wants a suitcase. Tony gets a suitcase, Iron Man armor out of the thing. I don't know. It's a fight. A fight happens. Tony wins. Venko says you lose. Bibbidi bobbidi blah. What else? I don't know. Was it interesting?
It's terrifying. Whiplash is whipping his whips and slicing up cars, and there's a cool explosion, and he's walking away from the explosion towards Tony, and everybody's going, oh my god, he fucking dead. And Tony has to get his suit back, and Pepper has the suitcase, and she's like, I'm not giving it to you. And Tony's like, give me the fucking suitcase, Pepper. And Happy's still in the car, and then Pepper finally throws the suitcase out, and Iron Man gets suited up, and then Wimplash slices.
Wimplash?
Yeah, oh yeah. Sometimes Gage and I add M's, remember?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Wimplash tries to slice Tony, and he like can't do it, and Tony kills him. Was that a good descriptor?
That was a very apt description of what happened.
Dan, I
in the
can't
scene.
even see you anymore.
I know.
You
I
look
went
like
to go
a
turn on the
ghost.
light, and I realized that the light isn't plugged in.
Oh.
I'm peering out of the darkness, lit only by my laptop screen.
It's like a ghost story. Oh my god.
Oh my god, he's fucking dead.
There he is. Hi.
So Stark meets with Venko in custody. Venko says, "What is it like to be a dead man? And palladium in your chest is a very painful way to die."
I feel like my
Stark
man
says,
speaks.
You're a dead man. And Venko's like, "I want my board."
I feel like he speaks in riddles. Like,
What is 4 legs in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and 3 at night? Tell me, Tony Stark.
man.
You have passed the riddle of the Sphinx.
Thank you, Sphinx.
Now, I'm progressive, so I say woman.
It's like humankind or something. I don't know.
The original riddle is man, but
Okay.
mankind, whatever.
I say it's 10:15 p.m. You know, once the sun sets, I stop being feminist. No, I'm kidding. I did wash some dishes today, so I'm feeling very domestic.
Love that for you.
Thanks. Me too.
Hammer breaks Vaco out of jail. The meal is chicken and mashed potatoes. He says, enjoy the potatoes. The potatoes are bombs. These aren't pies. These bombs. Pies are bombs. The potatoes are bombs. These aren't pies. They're bombs.
Just you, me,
And
this brick wall you built between us. Dan, I just finished SpongeBob last week.
Oh, I'm sorry. I realize it now.
It's okay. I'll forgive you.
So Vanko's like, what do you want? I want you to build an Iron Man suit. I want to outdo it. And Vanko's like, okay.
Okay.
And Hammer's like, everything that you're doing currently is wrong. And Hammer's like, what else do you want? And he's like, I want my board.
My board.
My board. I want my board.
He sounds
Board.
like Count Dracula.
It's so hard to say board. You have to. There's so much mouth gymnastics going on to get that pronunciation. What?
It sounds like you're
it's
saying
worse if I
board.
said oral gymnastics. Board. Board.
I'm speechless. I want my board.
I want my board.
I feel my tongue doing a rrr. Board. I want my board.
So plane ride back home. Tony and Pepper watch the news. Senator Stern unloads his frustration with Bill O'Reilly.
I was kind of shook that they got him in a movie because I just kind of always assumed he hated fun. I assumed anyone on Fox News hated fun.
They're all playing characters.
Yeah, I guess.
They're doing whatever makes them money.
True.
And to quote the book title of former WCW head writer Eric Bischoff, controversy creates cash.
I mean, TBH, it's not wrong.
That's why I'm going to start having really controversial takes on this podcast.
No,
So I can create
not
some
for us,
cash.
Dan. This is for fun.
Ducks hate them.
No, haven't you ever seen the video of the ducks walking on the roof of a tent? And you
Oh,
just
whether
see
or
them-
not I believe these opinions or something else. I'm just trying to say something that would be the most controversial.
I can say something controversial.
Okay.
Yellow and orange are the best Starburst flavors.
Oh, that's very controversial. The color mauve is wrong. That should be a different color. The name is wrong.
I feel that way about the word vermilion. I get vermilion and chartreuse confused a lot.
Which one's green?
Chartreuse.
That's wrong. It should be vermilion.
See, right? Because it sounds like chameleon.
I think of Viridian City from Pokemon.
Okay, we're on two different pages here.
We're not the same. Anyway, Tony's facing perjury charges or something.
Another day, another charge.
Right? And then Tony gives Pepper a surprise meal, but they have an awkward moment because Pepper knows something's up. Tony's not telling the whole truth. What's the truth? He's dying of blood poisoning.
I mean, it's literally crawling out of his shirt.
It's what?
It's like grossly trickling.
It's not
up.
crawling
You can
out of his
see it.
shirt, Anna. It's crawling in
my
his skin. Thank
Yes.
you.
You're welcome.
But yeah, it is like it's coming up on his neck.
It looks like he got some neck tattoos.
It does. Kind of hot.
I mean, I
When it's
know
just
we're
peeking
looking
out a
at,
little
like,
bit.
like Joe's neck tattoo right here, hot.
Hmm.
But like when it's in the veins, like that, I just don't like veins very much.
Oh, big fan of veins. Can't get
Fan.
enough. Show me
Have
those
you-
veins. I don't need
has
feet
anyone-
pics. I need vein pics.
Has anyone started referring to the Snickers chocolate swirl as
As
the
the dick vein?
Oh, Gage calls it that. I hate it.
Well, yeah, it keeps its turgidity.
Ew, I'm repulsed.
So Tony uses Jarvis to investigate Ivan Vanko, and he finds out that he was partners, one of the co-founders of Stark Industries. He was conspiring to sell weapons to the Soviet Union, deported to Russia, in prison, died. His son is seeking revenge. He will have his revenge with his boards. I don't care.
Hashtag war crimes.
Yeah, Tony nearly collapses, and then he's discovered by Rhodey, who's like, "Oh my God, you're being poisoned." And Rhodes is protecting him from the Pentagon, who want to come to his house and to steal all his Iron Man suits.
I need a friend like Rhodey. full
Right?
stop.
My
all
brother has top secret security clearance, and he won't tell me anything. And this man is stopping the government from coming into this man's house.
For a while in college, I hooked up with a guy who is in the Air Force now. That's about as close as I can get. That's the connection.
That's like saying in high school I dated a man who was in JROTC.
Is it true?
I didn't date a man in high school who was in JROTC.
That's why
no.
I just asked for clarification, Dan. I know it's not June anymore, but stranger things have happened.
No, they haven't. That's the strangest thing.
That dating someone in JROTC is the strangest thing.
Yes.
Period.
I didn't know that they could date. So Tony prepares for what he thinks will be his last birthday party and gets fucking shwasted.
That whole scene with Scarlett Johansson where he's like, what would you do? And she's like, I'd do whatever I wanted with whoever I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that given the opportunity, like if he presented the opportunity, she would have had sex with him in order to stay undercover?
I don't. I think she would have come up with some excuse. Maybe heavy petting.
Yeah. I don't know, because I get the vibe that she would have, like, she secretly wanted to. But then 2 seconds later, she's like, ugh, Tony? Crusty ass, busted, musted. Gross.
I think you'd start to be like, I'm protecting my womanhood.
I was just going to say, like, I'm on my period.
No, because
Kissing.
Tony would say something gross.
No, I'd be like,
Call me Moses.
oh! I would say, respectfully, no thank you.
So
I'm saving myself for marriage.
at the party, Tony, super drunk. Pepper and Rhodey talk about how he's gone off the deep end, and Rhodey's like, time to go get another suit. Time to steal from him, and he gets the Mark II suit.
We love Warhammer.
Tony has his DJ play some good background tunes for the fight, which include Another One Bites the Dust and Robot Rock.
Dan, did you feel like this fight was stupid and unneeded? Mm-hmm. Me too.
I felt like about 80% of this movie was stupid and unneeded.
I didn't say that. I said this scene.
I know, I was extrapolating.
Okay.
Battle ends in a stalemate. Rhodey flies off with the Mark II armor, delivers it to the military. Tony drunkenly yells at everybody, and they're terrified of him. Yibbity bobbity blah. And Justin Hammer gets invited to study the suit. Uh-oh. And then the next day, Tony wakes up in a donut, eating donuts. He's sitting up in the big old Randy's donut, eating donuts in Randy's donut.
Kind of a mood.
I've been to that. I haven't actually eaten there, but I've driven past it. There's it's a chain. There's a Randy's Donuts like a mile away from us. They're good donuts. They're cheap donuts. But that's a
Good
landmark
drunk food?
donut. Probably. I only eat them in the morning.
And you don't really drink,
Not really.
but I thought maybe
I
somebody
drink,
else would.
and when I drink way too slow to get drunk.
Yeah, me too.
Like, it takes me like an hour to finish a drink.
Over 4th of July weekend, I drank a Busch Light. Was it a Busch Light? I think it was. Because sometimes I just want the taste of beer.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm from Wisconsin.
Ugh. No, never in my life will I say, I want the taste of beer. No!
It's like just drinking some bread. It's not bad.
I'd rather eat bread. That's enjoyable.
I like a light beer. It's just like I think I like it because it's like drinking a sparkling water.
Well, you know what you could do instead? Drink a sparkling water. I like doing this one thing that's more expensive and more damaging to me than the actual thing that I
In my
would compare it to.
defense, I only drink like one, and then I'm like, that's enough. It's not like I'm sitting here fucking pounding a case of Miller Lights.
I went to a wedding that Anna was in, and one of the big worries for the bus from the church to the reception venue was who was bringing the Busch Light. Who was bringing the case of Busch Light for them? They finished the case of Busch Light on this bus ride. This 25-minute bus ride. And I was on the bus. I didn't know any of these people either. I was just sitting on the bus and I was like, I'm not enjoying this.
Honestly, the woman is too stunned to speak. Gage's family likes to drink a lot, but they're not like, it has to be Busch Light. It's his cousin's fiance / they're already married, so her current husband. They're just like having their actual wedding because they're a COVID couple. He loves Busch Light, but he's also like very yee. So
Both of my brothers are beer snobs, basically. They both like IPAs and stuff like that.
Oh, I'd
Or
rather
like
have my
milk
tongue
stouts.
cut off.
But it's funny because my parents, my dad will sometimes drink a Blue Moon and not really enjoy it, but that's like the only beer that he'll have. I don't know why he keeps ordering it. He'll get like, I'll ask what the like most similar thing to a Blue Moon is at the bar or at a restaurant, and he'll get that, and then he'll drink it. He'll go like, ugh. I don't know why he drinks them. He doesn't enjoy
he just
them.
drink water?
He does most of the time. It's only if like we're like at a burger and beer place or something like that.
He should get a sour. Sours are my favorite because they taste like juice.
I like White Russians because there's milk in them.
Of course, that's why. But you like boards too.
Anyway, speaking of White Russians, Ivan Vanko is mentioned in this scene where Tony talks to Nick Fury at the donut shop.
I'll take you to the donut shop.
I'll let you lick a sprinkle.
Yep.
Nick Fury. So Fury says that he knew Howard very well. He's one of the founding members of S.H.I.E.L.D. Everyone shows up. Phil Coulson, Natalie Rushman, whose real name is Natasha Romanoff.
I thought her name was Natalia Rachmaninoff.
No, that was a real person, Anna.
Well, part of the reason why I said Rachmaninoff was because Gage was in a play about Rachmaninoff. I just couldn't remember what her real last name was, so I just said that. But I genuinely thought her first name was Natalia.
No, she was... Natalia Rachmaninoff was the wife of Sergei Rachmaninoff.
Do you
the
want to
composer.
get married, cousin? Yes, I do. They were cousins.
Oh, it's incest with you.
Yep, that part I sang was from the show that Gage was in.
What was the show?
Preludes.
To what?
That's what it was called.
Yeah, but to what?
To the rest of the show.
I don't know. They just stopped it after the first act. I don't know what happens.
Literally.
There are a lot of loose ends. So Fury is like, you're not in the Avengers anymore, blah, blah, blah. He's got to find an alternative element to keep him alive, and he will be confined to his Malibu home while he does so. Oh no, I'm stuck in my Malibu house. Whatever will I do?
It's giving celebrities who quarantined in their cabana beach houses during COVID and thought that they were saying something.
And then, so Tony then goes through and looks at the original 74 diorama of the Stark Expo after watching a video of his dad, played by John Slattery, saying like, Tony, you're my greatest creation. And I'm like, that's gross. Stop.
What? That shit had me tearing up a little bit. I was like, dang. He loved him.
Also, I know, like, if they actually had outtakes, like when Tony showed up in the background when he was recording the video, there would be so many more slurs being thrown around. Where were all the slurs in this movie? That's what I need.
Dan!
I need period-accurate swearing.
Period-accurate swearing gives me anxiety.
So he realizes that the diorama is actually a disguised diagram of the atomic structure of the new element that Howard had discovered but couldn't produce at the time. And I'm like, why not just write this down?
Literally. A bitch could never have figured that out.
Why make it the walking path plan?
What if your kid turned out to be stupid and didn't figure this out?
Like, what if one of us were his kids?
I'd be dead. I would have died the first time Tony got captured. I wouldn't have been able to make anything from a box of scraps in a cave.
You almost had that quote.
I wouldn't be able to make anything in a cave with a box of scraps.
There we go. Mm-hmm. So Tony builds a particle accelerator in his house, and he uses a torn down Captain America shield to level it out. Also, my favorite scene happens in the movie happens right here, and it's when Phil Coulson is saying that he gets reassigned, because it felt like the only genuine conversation between two characters.
Really?
Yeah. I'm sensing you disagree.
No, I just didn't think of it that way.
So, Tony completes the particle accelerator. He gets a new thing in his chest. It's a triangle now.
He's alive.
He's alive. At Hammer Industries, Venko has made them into drones, and Obama is salivating.
It was a little bit sexy during the final fight when the droids or whatever are popping up and all the music for each different branch the military is playing.
Yeah, I recognize the
I like
Marine
that
one
part.
only because of Gomer Pyle. Because in one episode of Gomer Pyle, he sings the Marine song, and then it was playing, and I was like, I know that one. That's the Marines.
The only one I knew was Air Force.
Oh, of course. Did you know the JROTC one?
No. I only know
It's
the
played on
Off We Go.
played on a xylophone.
Lord.
The Marine one is from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli.
I guess I do know that one. I just don't know the words. I know. Off we go into the wild blue yonder. Do 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 do. Yeah.
This has been our military music podcast.
Ew.
We have one
Now
episode.
A 20-minute long trumpet solo.
Hammer is displeased, and he imprisons Vanko, takes his board, and locks him in a room with 2 guards as he takes the drones to the expo.
Well, because he was, I mean,
That's not what he asked for.
no, Vanko was working on his own little whiplashes.
Yeah.
Did you say that? I'm sorry, I forgot.
No, I'm
Okay,
just
good.
thinking of now he has children. His own
His
little
own-
whiplashes.
He was working on Whiplash, the acclaimed movie starring Miles Teller and J.K. Simmons.
So good. So much better.
Do, 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 do. I wish we'd watched Whiplash, even though that movie gives me anxiety because I'm a nervous person.
Wow, yeah. I think Whiplash is like one of my 15 favorite movies.
It's a great movie.
Now I just want to watch Whiplash and not talk about this.
We can do
Anyway,
that at a different time.
we're at the end. Hammer
here.
shows off the drones, and then he shows Rhodey in a heavily weaponized version of the Mark II armor, and George
Called
Bush is
what?
salivating. Called War Machine, and Dick
Oh.
Cheney is salivating.
Crap, I called him Warhammer this whole time.
No, that's the
a
board game.
Oh no, I'm such a nerd.
Yeah, you are correct.
Oh fuck. I've been infiltrated. War Machine.
Vanko has pre-programmed the drones. I didn't say that word. Pre-programmed.
Pre-programmed.
Yeah, I almost got it. Pre-programmed.
Pre-programmed. Pre-Krogered.
Oh, I love Kroger.
That's
And
where
he
you
has
clip your coupons ahead of time.
complete control of the drones, including Rhodey's armor. So Tony arrives and they fight. And their plan is to get the drones away from the expo so the people don't get hurt. Happy and Natasha go to Hammer's facility to stop Vanko. When they arrive, Happy spends the whole time fighting with one person, while Natasha takes out an entire hallway worth of people. And there were a lot of shots of her butt while doing it, and I'm like, this makes me uncomfortable.
I liked her hair.
Mm-hmm.
And that's on not participating in the male gaze, I guess. Because I did not notice her butt, because I thought her hair was pretty the whole time.
No, her hair was very pretty, but there were a lot of, like, very male gazy shots of her.
This is not the male gaze that I want to be involved with.
June is over, Anna.
I wish it wasn't.
So Tony saves one kid from a drone who is pointing up, who's dressed as Iron Man. That is canonically Spider-Man.
I think it's stupid that that's canonically Spider-Man. Hot take.
It's also Jon Favreau's son. That's fun.
Cute.
That's cute.
Mm-hmm.
It's dumb. I don't care. Who
People
it is.
just want Easter eggs for the sake of having an Easter egg.
Here's my hot take. People are deciding whether or not they think a movie is good or not by how many references they understand. So they're like, oh my god, they mentioned like 40 things that I know. That's a great movie. No, it's not.
So
Shut
you're
up.
saying that if I made a movie and only quoted SpongeBob the whole time, something to consider.
Okay. Budding filmmaker. So, Vanko, the blah, 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 something. They take down the drones. Vanko shows up. I don't care. This is a fight. Whatever.
Blah blah blah. Something.
Something
Just
happens.
laugh.
They fight. Everyone turns out fine.
I'm
Except
just
for Vanko.
glad.
He dies.
Well, I'm just glad that Rhodey was quick to make up,
Yes.
even though he was like, "I didn't do anything wrong, but I'm sorry," because that's a whole ass mood. But I'm glad that they made up.
Yes, I am too. Rhodey also gets control of his suit, and he fights alongside Stark. And they destroy all the drones. Vanko lands, has his updated suit with updated whips. And then Tony and Rhodey use the trick that they did for the birthday party, where they fire their energy things. Vanko's caught in the middle. Takes Vanko down, and then the drones begin to self-destruct, so they race to save Pepper. Tony does. Rescues her. They land on a roof. She quits. They kiss.
Loved that.
Rhodey is standing a few meters away, and he's like, I want to take a pic.
He took a picture with his eyes.
Yeah, with his heart, too.
Me too.
And then Rhodey was like, I was here first. You should get your own roof. Fun.
Oh, Rhodey. He
Yeah.
seems like the like perpetually single friend. The
Right.
third wheel, I think that's called.
That's what it's known in the parlance.
That's what the kids call it, right?
Yeah, at the debriefing, Fury says that Stark is unsuitable for the Avengers. They want him as a consultant. And he agrees so long as the senator gives him and Rhodey with medals for bravery. But when the senator does give him medals for bravery, he says how annoying a little prick can be.
I chuckled.
And then the credits roll, and then the post-credit scene, they find Thor's hammer.
Can't wait.
And that's Iron Man 2.
I've never seen Thor, so I can't wait.
Wow. Look at you. That's Iron Man 2.
Yay!
Mercifully.
I think this is actually that's all the movies that I had already seen. No, because I've seen Captain America. I lied to you. Never mind.
What'd you think?
I like this one better than the first one.
I hate
Hot
you.
take.
I hate you.
I don't know why. I just like this one better. I had more to say this time. Didn't you even notice?
Oh, I know. Yeah, you. Not that.
Don't say it like that.
That came out wrong. Not that you talked too much. It's that you said much more than you did the previous episode.
I just like it's stupider, and I like stupid things.
I mean, that's
For
my main criticism of it. It's so dumb.
For someone who's intelligent, I like stupid things a lot.
Yeah. What's wrong with you?
It's because I use all my intelligence at work, and then I come home and I just want to dick around.
My issue with this is, as I mentioned in the beginning, so much happens, but nothing matters.
Yeah. It feels like it takes a long time, like I said, to get to Whiplash. Like, we see him at the beginning, and then for 5 hours, we're not doing anything, and then suddenly he shows back up.
Yeah. Also, no
Maybe
one
that's just
grows as a character. Tony doesn't improve.
No, Tony, like, just magically gets healthier and goes back to being on his bullshit again.
Yeah.
He's acting as though you'd think he had the stomach flu, not a near-death experience.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have much more to say about it, opinion-wise. It's fine. It's not good. I don't even know if it's fine. If it was, I would not stop and watch this on TV. If it was
I think
on.
I also just like the continued introduction. Like, I liked seeing ScarJo, and I liked seeing the Captain America shield. Like, those little things are more exciting to me than like
the references.
Yeah, because I don't know all that stuff. Because
You like it more because of the references?
No, wait. No,
You're
no,
falling
I
into my trap.
I like no, I like the weaving in of the like it's becoming
Yeah.
something. I don't need it to be like the deep pulls because I'm just a casual fan. There, I said it.
I think that's part of my problem. I don't give a shit about shared universes.
You're not even a casual fan.
The MCU has jaded me so much.
Oh gosh, I
want self-contained stories.
You didn't like Black Widow, did you?
I didn't see Black Widow. He looked so bad in the trailers. Now, I like Florence Pugh.
Mm-hmm. She's hot.
She's very hot. She's dating
I
Zach Braff, who's
don't
20-something
even.
years older than her.
Don't
And I like
even.
Zach Braff, so good for them. But
Yeah,
no,
good for them, but still.
I did not see Black Widow.
Okay, well, that's the difference between us. Okay, I begged Gage to go see Black Widow with me because I really liked it, and I thought it was a great time.
I've got some trivia for you.
I'm ready. Hit me.
So, in China, every instance of the word Russian was made inaudible.
What? Why?
No idea.
But he is Russian. The character.
Yeah. Right?
I don't get it, but okay.
Sam Rockwell was considered to play Tony Stark in the first one.
Yes, I knew that. I can't picture it.
And Olivia Munn was originally appeared as an unnamed character who was cut, and then she showed up as a reporter covering the Stark Expo.
Yes, I literally said to Gage, I was like, she looks a lot like Olivia Munn, and he's like, that is Olivia Munn, and I was like, oh, shook.
Mickey Rourke wanted Vanko to be a complete human being with like sympathetic things. But Marvel didn't want that. So they cut all of his sympathetic scenes, which was apparently a lot of his scenes overall.
Uh-oh.
And he was not happy with that. And in every interview since, he has made that known very clearly.
So you mean to tell me that he wasn't happy because instead of having a full-rounded character, they gave him his dad dying, and he didn't get to have his bird back. That was his board.
Yeah.
I mean,
pretty fair.
I was a little sad that they didn't get his real board to him, but that's just because I like animals.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know who's feeding the board in Russia.
So apparently there was a lot of executive meddling in the film. Jon Favreau had a lot of friction with Marvel higher-ups. They had him.
But he is Marvel, I thought.
He's Star Wars now.
Oh yeah, him and
The dude with the hat.
Seagal.
No.
What's his name?
I don't know.
I always
But he
get him
wears a
confused.
hat.
Oh. Christopher Maloney and someone Filoni.
Dave
Dave
Filoni.
Filoni. Yes, I get them confused a lot too. Not in looks, just in name, just like before.
And Jon Favreau hated it so much that he wrote a whole film as an analogy of his creative struggle, and that movie is Chef.
Oh, I haven't seen that movie, but I heard it's good.
I've heard it's
right?
great. I heard it's very delightful. Sam Rockwell and Leslie Bibb are a couple in real life. Leslie Bibb is the news reporter from the first movie who shows up again.
Oh, cute. Love that. I love friendship and love. What? I do. You know I do.
I love friendship and love.
Sorry. Peace and love. Peace and love.
So Terrence Howard is taller than Robert Downey Jr.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to deal with ways to frame it so he didn't look like he was that much taller than him. Don Cheadle and Robert Downey Jr., same height.
Oh, good.
Don't have to deal with the nitpicking of how Rhodey would fit in an Iron Man suit.
Interesting, because I definitely thought that Terrence Howard was short. Like, I picture him as a short king.
Mm-hmm. Emily Blunt was the first choice for Natasha Romanoff.
Ooh, don't know how I feel about that.
Other actresses considered Jessica Biel, Gemma Arterton.
I don't know her.
She was in a James Bond movie.
Oh, that explains it. I've never seen any James Bond movies.
Jessica Alba,
Okay.
Natalie
Hi.
Portman, and Angelina Jolie.
No, not Angelina Jolie. I hate to say it, she's not old. She's just her face is too sharp.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to better explain it. I also just picture her as a mom now because she has so many children that are
Yeah,
like
6
older.
or something, yeah.
And they're like all grown up now.
Al Pacino was considered for Justin Hammer.
Wait a second.
I like that.
Me too.
Oh, that
you know
would've
we have
been
the
better.
same nose. Look.
You and Al Pacino?
Yeah, look.
I'm not,
Google it. It's
okay.
the same nose. We both have a strong Italian nose.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
Thank you. It's
Happy
my only
for you.
claim to fame.
Is it? Is that even a claim to fame?
Well, he was good looking back in the day, and we have the same nose. So whenever I feel bad about myself, I'm like, you know what? You know who was hot?
Mhm.
Al Pacino.
There you go. So does that mean that you are dreading the future?
He's looking a little rough these days.
He's
so I am a little
82.
concerned.
Everyone who's 82 looks rough.
I don't know. He
Uh,
was a freaking snack in The Godfather, though. Anyway.
Vanko originally had a Loki tattoo on his neck, but it was removed in post-production
Why?
because they thought it would confuse viewers who think that he had this connection with Loki.
I'm confused.
I don't know. I just said why they had it removed. I don't know why he had the tattoo. It was just it was a reference, so you would like the movie more.
I don't think I would have, because I would have been, like, very confused.
Okay, let's wrap this up. I'm
Dan's
done.
sick of me. This just in, Dan is sick of me.
It's taken 108 episodes, but finally we've hit it. No, I'm choking.
Hurt. Gonna go cry myself to
Wipe
sleep.
that face
Good night,
off your
everyone.
face. Would this movie be better, worse, or the same with Jonathan Taylor Thomas as Ivan Vanko?
As the board.
As the board.
Worse. I can't picture anyone else playing Ivan Vanko. You know, maybe Al Pacino could have been Ivan. How about that?
She's got a great board.
Sign me up, bitch. Honestly. No, he's too young to play Ivan. Even now. He's only in his late 30s. He's too young, I think.
Yeah.
Like, Mickey Rourke just said that dirty, grungy,
Filthy.
hardened criminal. Like, I feel like they're like, good morning, Mr. Rourke, and he'd sit down in the makeup chair, and they would just take out a bucket of sludge and just, like, slap it on. Like, Mans looked like he doesn't even know what a shower is in this movie.
That's true.
And I just don't think that JTT can pull off that look.
Better, worse, or the same with Jimmy Stewart as Ivan Vanko? Worse, too skinny.
Amen.
I want my board.
He'd have to hit the gym, do some reps.
Yes. Scale of 1 to 5 fat beats to beat up your friend to. What do you give this movie?
A middle of the road 3. Because I liked it better than the last one. I don't remember what I rated the last one.
I don't know.
I think you bullied me into rating it higher than I wanted to.
I think I did. That sounds right. That sounds par for the course. I give it a 2.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. It should be getting bonus points for the board line.
That is the bonus point. That's 1.5 of the stars.
Oh my god.
Any other points? I'm sorry, I'm just very tired now. This
that's
discussion
okay.
has tired me out.
It's okay, I'm tired too. I don't really have anything else to say. I think I'm still kind of hanging on from the giant iced coffee I made myself this morning. Still hasn't worn off.
Good sign.
Is it good?
No.
I mean, I didn't spend money on it because I made it at home.
Yeah.
But other than that, nothing. I mean, I hate to say it, Dan, but I did enjoy myself.
I hate that you enjoyed yourself.
Sorry. It made putting away my laundry fun.
Oh, that's good. Well, in that case, that is it for this week's episode of In Conclusion. We will be back next week talking about Thor with
My first time seeing
with
Thor.
Thor without you. Thank you.
I'm glad I interrupted that joke
Yeah.
2 times.
It was probably for the. I should have seen it and stopped. But
It's okay.
I can't. I'm like a train. It takes me 3 football fields or whatever.
Bored.
If you want to find us on social media, we're on Facebook and Twitter at And In Conclusion, on Instagram at In Conclusion Podcast. I am on Twitter at Dan O'Keefe86 and on TikTok at Not Dan O'Keefe. Anna, where can they find you?
Oh, you can find me on Instagram at AnonymousPrime818, or you can find me on Twitter at AutobotsRollOut. Capital O for Auto, capital B for Bots, capital R for Roll, and the O and the Roll and the O and out are zeros. Shout out to the guy that I matched with on Tinder, who still follows me on Twitter, even though I denied him. He had a girlfriend for a while, and they broke up, and he started stalking my tweets again.
Heyo. Coming back hot.
Anyway.
Maybe he listens. We'll be back next week.
Hi! I don't remember his name, but he was
even
also in
better.
the military, so...
We'll be back next week with Thor. In the meantime, everybody stay safe, have fun, get vaccinated, join the military, and stalk Anna on Twitter. Bye-bye!
No! Oh, God, if you're in the military, just serve the country and leave me alone. Thank you. Bye. Dan, I feel like I haven't talked to you in a long time because I don't know why all your jokes are hitting today. I'm mad.
A Creative Land podcast.